playing as Carlist Spain. You finished watching the Gigantic Crab series? Fantastic. So I haven't played a Spain before. So what are we going to do first? Well, let's research all of our basic stuff. But it seemed like most people in the poll were commenting saying that they wanted to see us play as Carlist Spain. So I think like that is okay to do. I mean, what we do right now with our main troops, I don't think really matters too much, seeing as once the Civil War actually begins, I'm assuming where these guys are actually deployed won't really matter too much. I think that's all our troops. Is there any other territory that I'm missing? No, okay. We're pretty localized, mostly in Europe and a little bit in North Africa. No template. We'll ignore you for now. First focus: strengthen the kingdom. We could theoretically avoid the Civil War, but where's the fun in that? And that's all there is. So we'll go for strengthen the kingdom, 100 political power. Focus on the military. Madrid, some military factories, focus on the economy. I'm guessing if you go with focus on diplomacy, this will actually avoid the Civil War, I would imagine. So we're going to go focus on the military as soon as strengthen the kingdom is done. Deploy troops here. Half the troops will deploy onto this front. And more or less we can just kind of go. Turn this on to speed 5. Ivar's ambition to the throne. Following the recent diplomatic success abroad, Carlist leader Yavir has given another speech. He uses his succession to claim himself more suited to run the country than King Alfonso. Let's praise his efforts. -2% stability, -100 political power. That's fine. You know, if he wants to be king, well, I mean, we want him to be king at some point, but it's not right now. So the Kingdom of Spain. The Kingdom of Spain, once the greatest of colonial empires, she saw all of her remaining overseas colonies lost after swift war against the United States in 1898. After this, separatist movements in both the Basque Country and Catalonia arose, and both the church and the radical workers' movement, the CNT, are intervening in her internal politics. Spain's populace has become deeply divided. After taking his place on the throne in 1902, King Alfonso XIII seemed keen on regaining Spain's former status as a colonial power by intervening in Morocco. The intervention lasted a whole decade, and the outcome, while a victory, was not exactly in favor of Spain. Her Moroccan possessions remained a source of permanent unrest. Spain turned in on herself afterwards, remaining neutral during the Weltkrieg, and all the populace's faith in King Alfonso faded. As a result of the general election in 1931, the Second Spanish Republic was proclaimed, and Alfonso, accepting the will of his people, went into exile. However, the Republic lasted only a short while. The kingdom was restored by a coup d'etat led by General Santiago just a year later. Still, the memories of the short-lived failure that was the Spanish Republic fueled the regime's opponents left and right. To date, there are deep divisions within Spanish society. On one hand, the resurgent Carlist movement, headed by Alfonso Carlos, aims to re-establish the true dynasty and recreate the integralist Christian monarchy. On the other, the anarcho-syndicalist CNT-FAI seeks the abolition of the Spanish state altogether and replace it with a voluntary federation of communes and economic collectives. If the political split is not mended, Spain might even see a civil war. Well, -30% stability, -11%. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We are going to cheese it a little bit. And by that, I mean we're going to build military factories in just areas that will definitely go to the Carlist. Once the Civil War begins, take this decision. Free military factory. Well, is there anything we're short on? The answer is rifles. We need a ton of those. So what are you guys? You are just pure infantry. Pure infantry with a little bit of support artillery. Some mountaineers. You're not as great. What about Division 3? What are you? You got a tank division. Okay. So let's go for 2 basics. 1 artillery and 1 with tanks. Next we'll do 3, 2, 1. Should be good for now. Kerensky's been shot. Nobody surprised. Hello, Panji. How are you doing today? Aluminum. We'll get it from the French because that won't actually make us have to use any of our convoys. We only have 70, which really is not a ton. What do we have? We got 8 military, 3 naval dockyards, 22 civilians. So we really got to militarize up as much as humanly possible. But we are doing kind of bad on that front. So we're making infantry equipment support equipment, light tanks, fighters as well. We'll turn it down to 1 because after this we do want to start actually building convoys. 70 really is not a lot, and it's enough that probably Spain or Britain could just like destroy it pretty easily. 1% war support and a new king of England. That's fine. Hello, Ian Lambert Knight. You have to make some medium tanks. I mean, what are we making right now? I think they're just light tanks. We don't really have the military industry to make medium tanks at the moment. And medium tanks we don't get until 1939, so we probably won't be building medium tanks until after the Civil War. Like 40 with divisions, all the bells and whistles. I do know 40 whistles are pretty good. The Carlos must be plotting something. Alfonso Carlos, Duke of Afghanistan, please, I'm trying to read. Duke of Saint-Germain and the Carlos claimant to the throne of Spain died today in Vienna at the age of 86. He died a natural death, so his passing should have put an end to the problem of Carlos' succession, as the current King Alfonso XIII is now the head of the Capian dynasty. Alas, the head of the Carlos community in Spain, Duke Javier de Bourbon-Parma, was designated instead of the Duke as his rightful heir. Another 2% stability, that's fine. I'm talking SPA, and anti-tank. Like, I agree with you. But right now, things are pretty bad in Spain. The anarchists have won the election in France. What that probably means is France is going to get a insane amount of manpower, which they usually do by electing the anarchist. So Franco in charge of the military. Yeah, Austrian Empire withdraws from Italy. You guys probably are not going to be making do with these invasion plans for now. I mean, we could invade France. We're not going to avoid the Civil War, right? Like, we want to be Carlist Spain. They're going to shove aside German death stacks. Their softened breakthrough will allow you to punch through any amount of divisions. Okay, Black Mondays hit us. Factory output's also pretty bad. Keep from becoming the Union Part 2. I mean, the Union Britain campaign has gone pretty well, I think. All things considered. There was definitely some things we could have done better. But that could probably be said of every single series I've ever done in Hearts of Iron 4. It's amazing that I've been playing this game for so long. And still I'm terrible at it. They break before they can reinforce. Happening on my phone. Okay. Got not a lot of manpower. Society's breaking down. Negative 40% stability. Spain really just hits the shit early, doesn't it? Does the Spanish Civil War break out in 1936? I'm trying to remember when it actually happens in Kaiserreich. We really don't have a lot of manpower. We don't have a lot of supplies. How many guns do we need for reinforcements? 3,000 for reinforcements. Everyone else is looking pretty okay, all things considered. How many aircraft do we have? 210 planes, 41 ships, 20 divisions. Syndicalists have taken over in Australasia. That sucks for us because we are probably... I mean, we're definitely going to be joining, I think, with the Entente. Right now, we just started so there's 8 military, 22 civilian. And I'm trying to cheese the game by building a bunch of factories just in the northeast. This is the west. To give us the biggest advantage. I'm not too sure those factories actually keep once the tags switch. I'm not too sure. And this Black Monday, it actually does not give you any construction speed penalties, which is unusual because Black Monday almost always gives you a lot of penalties for that kind of stuff. So I got some electronic engineering. Probably go straight forward research speed. That is true. I could just destroy military factories in this region. I mean, it looks like to me they only have 2 though. And I don't think 2 is really going to make a big difference. Like in the territory that I'm going to be taking control of has, it looks like 3 or 4, and we're building a lot more in it. Hopefully the guard coups the Australian Indies. I agree, because they definitely, or maybe the Autonomous will declare war on them. I'm not too sure. CNT FII. Yeah, let's try to forcefully disband the movement. Nothing bad could ever happen there. Forcefully disband the movement. There we go. I'm trying to make it so everybody's mad at us, because I want to guarantee the Civil War. I don't want to avoid it, because where's the fun in that? So where do you build military factories? In Madrid, Old Castile, and Catalonia. So basically that's giving 1 factory to every single side in the conflict. Yeah, I think the Carlists actually start off in the best position. The Carlists get these areas. The Spanish Kingdom, I think, is also going to start off with 2. So it'd be 2 for Spain, 2 for CNT, and I believe I'm going to have like 5 at least. And if I keep building my factories before the war actually begins, we'll do even better. Negative 53% stability. Factory, yeah, we're basically... I mean, we're making 4 rifles a day. And that, like, it's not a lot. It's going to take us 2,400 days to actually get all the equipment we need. Did we just remove the building? I mean, it gives us... 100% it gives us an advantage. Like, no matter what, we're going to be doing better by doing this. Apparently they have fled and gone into hiding. 5% stability. It definitely shows that they're weak. The light tank one. Yeah, we don't... All we have is light tanks. And we have like 100 of them or something like that. Not a ton. I mean, how many do we have? Are you... Which one of these guys are actually light tanks? Okay. One of you guys have to be... Okay, so you are a light tank division. Close all of you. How many of our divisions actually have light tanks? It's just 1. So, I mean, how many tanks do you guys need? 60? So we have like 60 tanks in the entire country. Really not a lot. Okay, no, we probably have like 80 tanks in the country. Hopefully when we rebel, maybe Canada or France or something like that, somebody will give us some tanks. That'd be nice. Is that a light tank and infantry? Yes, that is the default unit. It has a light tank in it. That's what the game decided by default to have. Go for an artillery upgrade. They send you guns? I mean, they send volunteers too. I'm hoping that the volunteers they send are tank divisions. But I don't think... usually the AI doesn't actually prioritize what kind of units they send you. They just send you like 4 random troops. You know, what's the... Is it going up or is it going down? It's going up by 0.1... It's going like 1% a week. So only about an entire year until we're back in the positives. Wonderful. By events, they send you 2,000 guns each. Okay. So you guys are having a little civil war. Not too worried again, Russia. They really don't do much, which is a real shame. I really wish Russia was able to get involved in campaigns a little bit more. Usually what happens is they just end up fighting Soviet Union, and then they end up fighting Japanese, and that's about it. Okay, New Zealand's declared their independence. Will they either join the Entente or Australia is going to declare war on them? Well, we'll see. Then let's restore order. You guys should just... yeah, victory for the Guard. Or victory for AFM. It doesn't really matter to me. Australia needs to declare war on New Zealand. But neither of them are actually really that strong. So I've seen this is basically just going to be a stalemate for a long, long time. Apparently we need... okay, we're actually not using our support equipment for anything. Like, we could put one in engineer companies or recon companies. So how many support equipment do we have right now? We have 47. If I put in, let's say, a recon company, it is 10 support equipment or 30. Breakthrough goes up a little bit. I mean, that 11 points of defense is nice. I mean, entrenchment's also good, but we definitely don't have enough support equipment to put that in all of these troops. We got 3 divisions, 8. Like, we could throw it in here. I think you'll keep all the units? New Zealand's joined the Entente, so that should mean that the entirety of the Entente is about to go to war with Australia. Whether or not that means the coup will still fire, I'm not too sure. Any if the coup did fire right now, that might actually break the game a little bit. Yes, and yeah, you're just at war with all of everybody. Will the AI actually be able to attack it, though? I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure if you delete all your divisions and equipment, the Kingdom of Spain will have a lot less equipment in the war. Because he spawns a new tag. I'm not disagreeing with you. But I think it's less entertaining if we just automatically win the war. I would prefer to actually fight it than cheese that much. I mean, we're already cheesing a little bit by only building factories in a territory that we're definitely going to control. We do have a negative 46% factory output, which is horrible. And I'm guessing you can only get rid of Black Monday through, did I get Black Monday through one of these? Or Black Monday goes away once the Civil War begins? Can you actually get down to Rally the Kingdom before the Civil War started? Makes them level 1 or 2 forts. I mean, I could. Nothing's stopping me. You don't get this territory. Get over here. We got a level 1 fort on the French border, but that's not saying much. Be done on the 12th of September. Well, at least let this factory finish up for now. I mean, how long does it take for a single fort to be built? 21st of July? Each one's only 11 days. You know, just throw this to the very bottom. The forts will build a lot faster. Behind the river line, that makes actually way more sense. There we go. And I'll make it slightly faster as well. What mod is mixed with this? Usually I have all the mods listed underneath any of my actual Hearts of Iron 4 videos. There's no like special sub-mods for Kaiserreich that I'm using. Hello, Battle Droid Officer Code. Isn't there's a Star Wars Hearts of Iron 4 mod, isn't there? I know there's at least I know they're making one, but I don't know if one's already come out or not. That could be interesting to play as well. There's some other Is it did it not automatically update? Like YouTube, I told live dashboard. Is it still under Wargroove? It shouldn't be under Wargroove anymore. You might just have to reset your like refresh the page. It should fix it. You know, Siam. Okay, the thing is, Siam's taking a war on itself. That's fine. Let's review our leadership. Get a bonus to land doctrine. Yeah, there is. You plays the Empire that crash landed in Kuwait. That's a very strange mod. Not the one I was talking about, but I did not know that one existed. That might be fun for a very, very short series. Are we still missing his rifles? I mean, we're kind of like in a weird spot where basically me building anything is probably only helping out the enemy. Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. There is one that actually has like planets for the provinces. It has a very complete focus tree. I might try it out. I mean, I've been thinking about other mods I actually want to play on the channel right now. I've been meaning to also be making like a channel update video for the past 3 weeks, whatever day it is, 28th. Like the past month, I've been like, I should make a channel update to talk about what I want to do in 2020, but we will see. Yesterday, late at night, after a long day of debating the status of our country's internal security, how negative 5% stability? That's fine. It's already so bad. It can't get worse, right? Like Equestria War. Oh, that's a good one. I already have 2 series on Equestria War if you want to check them out. You have to probably Google it, but Millennium Dawn isn't as good as it. Weren't the Carlists in like 1800? Yeah, but always have more. You can never do more with the. Well, you maybe play the Black Ice mod. I've wanted to play Black Ice. I played it once as France, and I got completely steamrolled by the Germans, and I haven't touched it since. And I think that was probably in like April of last year. It's been a while. Black Ice hurts. Yeah, I mean, it's very. I wasn't able to really use the mechanics very much just because I got my ass kicked so much. Because when you're France, you know, you can't really stop the Germans attacking through Belgium. Because they are very good at attacking through Belgium. Hearts of Dursteel, yes, that's what it's called. Why am I on speed 4? Go back to speed 5. So negative 48 political power. Unsurprisingly, I can't really do much at the moment. Root and deploy. The war in Arabia is broken out. Looks like the Soviets are doing pretty poorly, so maybe if Russia